first Southernairs video, and this is the one you've all been wanting, easyJet versus Ryanair, so let's get to it. Right, so I'm currently in the Spitfire lounge at Southampton Airport. Today we're flying easyJet from Southampton to Glasgow, and then tomorrow I'll be reviewing Edinburgh, Bournemouth with Ryanair, so that should be a nice fair comparison, give or take. Okay, so some of the parameters I'm going to be focusing on the flights I'm doing with easyJet and Ryanair for this comparison are price of the flights, price of the buy on board, so I'm going to try and keep it fairly equal and comparable. I'm also going to be judging them on their on-time performance and a few other factors, so we'll get round to that at the end of the video to see who comes out on top. There are quite a few easyJet versus Ryanair videos, but they're literally just comparing how big the airlines are, routes. So today we're really going to get into the nitty gritty, so this is going to be a fun one to film. Right, so this is pretty cool. So for the last 5 minutes or so, I've got the entire lounge to myself, although I've got to get going soon because my plane has just turned up. It's just here, A319 taking me to Glasgow. Pretty nice lounge, a Spitfire lounge. It's not going to win any awards. It's not like some of the proper airline lounges, you know, the flagship ones like the BA1, but still, for a Southampton airport, brilliant. I'm quite happy to spend money to come here. Nice bit of artwork, some more seats back here. Overall, really impressive lounge. All on board. As you can see, we've got the old seats on this A319 today, so, and the views are spectacular as well, so far. Beautiful day outside. Took about just shy of 10 minutes after pushback time, so pretty efficient getting out of Southampton. No complaints there. We'll be starting the onboard service soon, so I'll catch up with you when that comes. One thing I have noticed about easyJet, which makes them slightly different to Ryanair, is with the cabin design. And that is that, unlike Ryanair, who splattered the whole plane bright yellow in the cabin, easyJet tends to season garnish, like if you look at the sea, it's grey with little bits of orange rather than just flat out with blue and yellow like Ryanair. road to myself, I've noticed that unlike Ryanair, easyJet is advertising a load of stuff to do with themselves, which is not too bad. Okay, so that's the end of easyJet. So overall, solid flight experience, cheap and cheerful. Cabin is quite on par with the modern legacy carriers. Not too ghastly and gangly with the orange, but and a decent buy on board should you want to buy anything on the flight, which was good for me. Right, I will catch up with you tomorrow in Edinburgh as we give Ryanair a go and see how Ryanair goes ahead. So, catch you tomorrow. Right, it is trucking it down, so I'm going to make this quick and clean. Welcome to Edinburgh Airport, Ryanair, flying down to Bournemouth. Let's see how they fared up against easyJet. Wish me luck. Right, made it through security. It's a lot warmer and drier back here. I got pulled aside because of a snow globe. A snow globe apparently is a problem. Right, just go wait for my Ryanair flight to turn up. So, got just over an hour and then it will be on board. Hopefully this flight will be on time like the easyJet flight yesterday. Right, so I'm at gate 20 where the flight's going to be going from. It's a lovely Cat Eye 350 there, but you can barely see him the way they've parked him. My flight is on its way from Stansted. It's running a few minutes late. They're still showing it'll be an on-time departure. Doubt. Here he is, he finally made it. We are turning in a few minutes. Right, so on board 9F today, so I get a guaranteed window view. And I'll show you the cabin in a second. So we're Airborne, 45 minutes late. We've come out with this on this 1 hour flight. I think we have a look at what's on the menu. Worth noting when flying Ryanair, no matter where you're flying in the network, you're always going to be charged euro on the menu. Unlike easyJet, where it's either pound, euro, or Swiss franc, depending on which subsidiary you're flying. So that might be something worth noting. So yeah, like I said about the seats. Whereas easyJet was more black and greys with little touches of orange, Ryanair's gone all out on the yellow and blue. Which I have to admit is quite colourful, I quite like it myself. It's not to everyone's taste. It's obviously we're just about to land. Some really beautiful scenery outside. Okay, finally arrived in Bournemouth. I'll catch you when I get home and I'll give you my final thoughts on easyJet versus Ryanair. I suppose you want me to spill the tea now on who I thought was the best airline on this particular booking. So, in terms of routes, both airlines obviously operate different routes. The main one where you're going to get similarity on the services between the two of them are literally if you're flying out of, say, airports where they both have a base and they're flying to, like, you know, the bucket and spade route, so like Canary Islands, Greece, mainland Spain, south of France, that sort of areas. Obviously, in the south coast, excluding London, Ryanair and easyJet, basically easyJet's got a slightly bigger presence at Southampton. Ryanair doesn't fly from Southampton. Ryanair does fly from Bournemouth. easyJet only does one route at the moment from Bournemouth on the regular, and that's Geneva. So in terms of route network, I'm going to have to give that one to Ryanair. Yes, we are using model aeroplanes. The budget is not that friendly over here. In terms of punctuality, well, without any second guessing, easyJet gets that one. In terms of the fare booked, well, easyJet I pay £39 basically for a flight one way plus seat selection. Ryanair was £39.99 without the seat selection, and I paid an extra £10 full seat selection. The seat selection is optional. If you want to pay priority security, optional. If you want to book a check bag, again optional. But based on my bookings, I will give this win to easyJet. Obviously, the fares do go up and down. Different times of the year and different schedulings could factor in as well. But based on what I booked, that was the general consensus. In-flight service. Well, I will say this. Ryanair does have a more selective range of goods. But the one downside is even if you're flying domestically in the UK, you're still being charged euro, which might not be a problem for some people. It might be a problem for others, because obviously Ryanair and easyJet, they're both cashless now. Neither one accepts cash payment. You have to pay by card. But obviously, if you're paying with a debit card or a credit card that doesn't have any benefits, you may or may not end up on Ryanair having to spend extra every time you make a purchase when, paying, because you'll be charged a transaction fee where, you're converting from euro. Whereas with easyJet, if you're flying UK easyJet, you pay in pounds. If you're flying easyJet Europe, you're paying euro. If you're flying easyJet Switzerland, you pay Swiss franc. So I'm going to have to give this one, based on convenience, although the selection on their airline is probably a little less, I'm giving this one to easyJet. As I said, punctuality, easyJet, because Ryanair was half an hour late. So overall, I think, based on what I experienced, even though a lot of stuff was pretty similar, and a lot of stuff could be, I could have done this trip another day, and the tables could have been completely turned, but I'm going to have to give the win, overall, to Stelios Hadjiano's finest. So I hope you enjoyed following that vlog. It's been a pleasure to present this one. We will have more travel-sized Smackdowns. We'll have more travel vlogs coming out shortly. Hopefully Matt and Zuza will be joining me on a few more in the near future. In the meantime, happy flighting.